to Armond Colombo Field at Rocky Marciano Stadium for this BCA Sports presentation of Brockton Boxers football. Today, the Brockton Boxers host the Pinkerton Academy Astros of Derry, New Hampshire, in a battle of two of New England's best high school football programs. My name is Peter Zimbor, joined alongside Miles Jackson and Brian Madden. We'll have the call of tonight's game. And gentlemen, over the past few years, the Pinkerton Academy Astros consistently play the Brockton Boxers tough.
Yeah, well, you're talking about one of the number one teams up there in New Hampshire coming down here to play Brockton, and I'm sure they'll give them a great game. But let's talk about last week against Fitchburg. Fitchburg gave Brockton a run for their money. Brockton winning 28-20, and basically it was a great game. Give Fitchburg's defensive line credit throughout the whole game, just until about the fourth quarter. They handled Brockton's running game well, but basically Brockton started to wear them down in that last quarter. They basically played smash mouth football to defeat the Raiders of Fitchburg.
There have been times this season where Brockton has looked absolutely fantastic. There's other times when they have struggled, but they usually come out in victory. Their lone loss this season came to the Severian Brothers Hawks. That was a double overtime loss that wasn't without some bit of controversy, as many believe that Trayvon Offley's knee did not touch the ground on what should have been ruled a touchdown in one of those overtime periods. We now welcome in Brian Mann to the broadcast booth. Brian, Miles and I were discussing that traditionally Brockton and Pinkerton Academy, despite only facing each other once a year and not having really any common opponents since they come from different states,
exactly,
always play tough with one another.
Yeah, and you know what? They look forward to this game every year. You know, whether we go up to New Hampshire or whether they come down here. I mean, it's a long-term rivalry, and it's always been a great game.
Lucas DePina will kick off for Brockton. Pinkerton Academy will receive to begin this game. The return man takes it from the 5, bobbles it a little bit, has plenty of room to run up the middle to the 30. He's going to get close to the 40, taken down between the 35 and the 40-yard line, and Pinkerton Academy will have themselves a nice spot to start off offensively with 10:52 remaining here in the first quarter. Why is that significant? Well, in New Hampshire, they play 12-minute quarters as opposed to 11-minute quarters here in Massachusetts, so Pinkerton Academy will essentially be losing 4 minutes in this game.
And the kid that ran that back was none other than Emmett Smith.
Number 24, Emmett Smith with the return. Our quarterback for Pinkerton Academy with the keeper on their first offensive play of the game. That is number 8, Chris St. Ange. And yes, the return man for Pinkerton Academy, number 24, Emmett Smith. Someone's father was a big football fan in the early 90s, I take it.
Yeah, we must put the disclaimer, no relation. I don't think so. I mean, we don't know one way or another, but I'll just put it out there that I believe that there's no blood running.
That kid could do Just for Men hair color commercial someday when he starts.
Yes, he could.
Starts going gray. It is a second down and 5. That was a 5-yard gain on the keeper by Pinkerton Academy to begin this game. Quarterback keeper on the second play of the game as well. That would be good for a yard or two. That's St. Ange again.
Yeah, nice tackle by Giovanni. He kind of grabbed him by the shirt and just pulled him right down.
Yeah, Hippolyte got in there quick, and Giovanni Hippolyte and snatched him up, drug him down before he was able to pick up that first down.
Well, a gain of 5 on the first play of the game for Pinkerton Academy. Gain of 3 on that last play. 3rd and 2. 9:44 on the clock, ticking away to go. Brockton looking for a defensive stand to make this 3 and out for the Astros. It will be another quarterback keeper, and it looks like he is going to be taken down well short of the goal line. It will be 4th down for the Astros. They are in their own territory, but not so far back where it's inconceivable that they may go for it, though it does appear they're bringing the punting unit out.
Yeah, that was nice penetration by the defensive line of Brockton's to hold up the ball carrier from getting that first down.
Yeah, Apotheker got in there quickly and held him to just getting back to the line of scrimmage.
Albert Louis Jean will be back to receive for Brockton as the Astros will kick it away. A little bit of a low snap. Punter recoups. And Louis Jean is going to be taken down at about the 15-yard line after not much of a return. Brockton's offense takes the field for the first time in this game.
Yeah, I'm sure Brockton's going to test, Coach Colombo's going to test Pinkerton's run defense right away, I'm sure, and see how these guys react in the trenches right there.
And Louis Jean did the right thing when he wasn't able to catch that cleanly.
Yeah, and again, last week, Brockton's offensive line had a tough time against Fitchburg's defensive line. So let's see if they can come out and write a different story this week.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Brockton as they start off on their own 14-yard line. I formation for Brockton, 2 wide out split to each side, and there is a end in motion coming to the near side. Flags fly, whistles blow before the play can get off.
I don't know if you saw that. Offley had the body language of, gee, I wish that whistle didn't blow, because he was going on the left side off the off the tackle, and it looked like an open hole right there.
Yeah, it looked like he'd been running for a little bit of time.
Well, a false start called on Brockton. That pushes them back 5 yards. It will be 1st and 15. Nice audible clear signal as the referee relayed the message as to what the penalty was to the crowd. New PA system here at Marciano Stadium. Good investment by the athletic department of Brockton High. Same formation for the boxers as they lined up initially. They keep it on the ground. I believe that's Offley on the carry. No, it might be Marsh. He takes it to the near side.
No, it was Offley.
That was Trayvon Offley. That's why I have to invest in binoculars like you, Brian.
Well, actually, mine are Eric's. They're good binoculars, but I don't particularly like them.
Eric, a behind-the-scenes worker at Brockton Community Access, for those of you
and I appreciate
not
him
familiar with Eric.
Yeah, I appreciate him letting me use them. Mine are.
He's an outdoorsman. Doesn't surprise me he has them.
Huh?
Doesn't surprise me he has binoculars. He's a consummate outdoorsman.
He's a sailor, so he's out on the ocean. So he's got these water-resistant things.
That was a 4-yard gain by Brockton to begin the series. They keep it on the ground for 2nd down. And it's Offley once again.
Yeah, you can see that they strengthened up the right side there. They had another tight end on the right-hand side there. So they had it stacked on the right-hand side of that line for Offley to try to make something. Pinkerton did a good job of containing.
Yeah, and so far they've kept the ball on the ground, but Mirage has the wind at his back. So I'm looking somewhere along this game that he's going to air it out. Go downfield for Cherry on Montero.
3rd down for Brockton. Still within their own territory at the 20-yard line. Miraz back to pass, looks for Albert Louis Jean, complete. Jean taken down, but he should have a 1st down.
Yeah, that's a nice timing play. The down and out quarterback throws it just as the receiver's making his cut.
Yeah,
nice play.
Yeah, it was a nice play, and even though he threw it to the left, the wind is actually going down right. It's heading in a northeasterly direction. He threw it northwest, but he's successful with his.
1st and 10 for Brockton from their own 28-yard line. There'll be 2 wide out to the far side as Albert Louis Jean is in motion. Flags fly in the backfield. They go to Trayvon Offley. Comes to the near side, has the 1st down as he's taken down a few yards shy of midfield. But like I said, there is a flag down in the Brockton Boxers' backfield.
Yeah, most likely it's probably.
Illegal shift from the offense. 2 men moving, did not reset. 5-yard penalty. It's still 1st down.
So an illegal shift called on Brockton is going to push them back, and that play null and void.
Yeah, that's a call you don't see too often.
And what a sound system. I mean, that was great. We could hear the referee clearly.
Like I said, a great investment by
the
athletic department.
And it's been a long time coming. But that's one thing Brockton will do. They find a way, and Gary Leonard for Save Our Sports has done an outstanding job as far as raising funds and fundraising for Brockton teams.
Well, Brockton can't seem to start 1st and 10 on the series. 1st and 15 again. 2 wide out split to each side. I formation. Miraz hands the ball off to Offley to the near side. He's got room to run. He's got the 1st down, gets to midfield, and he's taken out of bounds around the 45 of the Pinkerton Academy Astros. That is good for a 25-yard gain.
Now, there was a great example of how to follow your blocks. Offley didn't rushed into it. He followed his blocks nicely and got a big gain out of the play.
Yeah, he started to bounce to the outside and then saw the opportunity to cut back inside. And because he did, he picked up an additional 12 or 13 yards before he was taken down by Mike Mazzola, the defensive end for Pinkerton Academy. Pinkerton coming in with a record of 5-1. Their only loss was to Nashua North.
Well, Brockton in Astros territory at the 48-yard line. 1st and 10, two wideouts split to each side of the field, I formation. Miraz back to pass, looking for a receiver downfield, completed the 15, touchdown Brockton, Albert Louis Jean.
And I called it. I told you they were going to air it out. I mean, the wind's going in that direction. Easy pass.
A 48-yard touchdown pass from Paul Miraz to Albert Louis Jean. Brockton strikes first. They lead 6-0 with 6 minutes and 12 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. And Lucas Tapina is on the field to kick the extra point.
Yeah, just nice timing by quarterback and receiver. Nice job by Albert Louis Jean to make his little jump at the right time to grab the ball in the air and run it in for a sweet touchdown.
Yeah, he caught that ball in stride. Didn't have to break his pattern. Didn't have to slow down and wait for the ball. Ball caught him right in stride, and he was able to pick up that touchdown easily. Timeout, Brockton.
Now the Astros are going to have to make some type of an adjustment because it didn't look like that particular defender for the Astros could stay with Albert Louis Jean. So they should make some type of an adjustment out there to keep him in check, which will be very hard to do. Tall task.
Yeah, and I think more opportunities may present themselves for similar plays in the future.
One thing we've discussed throughout the season, not many teams at the high school level pass as much as this 2010 Brockton Boxers team has. Depina out for the extra point. Snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is up through the uprights. Brockton leads 7-0.
Yeah, one thing about the coaching expertise of Coach Colombo is he was a quarterback in college and in high school, and he has that perception. He knows when he sees talent as far as throwing the football, so he knows how to pick it out and he knows how to use it to Brockton's advantage. And he's got Marats out there right now airing it out pretty well.
Well, the Brockton High School band out in full force. A sparse crowd on a chilly evening that probably kept people away, not only due to the temperature, but because of the threats of rain and wind. But we haven't seen much rain since kickoff, or any rain since kickoff. A little bit of wind. Certainly a chill in the air, though. Return man takes it from about the 5-yard line. That is number 5 for the Pinkerton Academy Astros, who is taken down at about the 20-yard line. That is Manny Lattimore.
And Manny Lattimore, running back, 5'9", 175 pounds. He is a sophomore.
So 1st and 10 for the Astros. They hand the ball off. Ball carrier takes it to about the 25-yard line. That's Emmett Smith.
And Walter Jocelyn met him quickly.
Yeah, that was a nice hit by Walter. He squared up and hit him right in the chest. Nice tackle.
Yes.
Emmett Smith, a senior, so about 17, 18 years old. That would have made him born in the early 90s. I believe when the Cowboys won back-to-back Super Bowls against the Buffalo Bills. Probably hence the Emmett Smith name. Quarterback keeper again, or no? He's going to try to pass it, but doesn't get very far. St. Ange taken down, probably behind the line of scrimmage for a short loss.
Yeah, it looks like he lost about a half a yard on that play. He's lucky it could have been more. He was able to get back up to about a half a yard short of the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, because of Brockton's defensive pressure on the quarterback, he did not have time to look downfield to see his receivers. It looked like I saw something developing where he might have had a chance to throw down the middle, but there was just no time because of Brockton's great defense.
So 3rd and 7, they go to the ground once again. This is Lattimore with the carry up the middle, and he is going to be short. That should bring up a 4th down.
It's close. They may measure. Yeah, they're going to measure.
And the officiating crew has called out for the chain gang. From our vantage point, it appeared he was just a tad short, but obviously a better view down on the playing field. Hence the fact they got the 1st down.
And while there's a lull in the action, I just want to comment on the cheerleaders in their attire. They have new uniforms, just got them recently, and this is the first game I think they are wearing them. They're lightweight uniforms, and it's very cold this evening. So they now have on sweatpants in lieu of their little short skirts. So good for the powers that be.
So not only a good investment in the public address system, but a good investment in sweatpants as well.
That's right. That's right. And we want. Okay, we're having a little malfunction here. Malfunction here with
it is a new PA system.
Brand new PA system, and it's a great PA system.
Sounded like a grumbling stomach going across the station stadium for a second. For those folks at home that didn't know what we were reacting to. 1st and 10 for the Pinkerton Academy Astros. The ball is spotted at the Brockton Boxers' 32-yard line. St. Ange hands the ball off. And the ball carrier taken down well behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the Brockton's defense. It looks like number 5 for Brockton was right there to meet him. Actually, number 3, that's Ralph Cherry, was right there to stick the ball carrier. And that is good for a 1-yard loss.
Yeah, that was a nice play by Brockton's defensive backs to come up on the play and make the tackle.
Yeah, but John Bright, number 5, was in there as well. He is defensive back, 5'8", 175 pounds.
So 2nd and 11 for the Astros. They go to the ground once again. That's Lattimore to the far side. He's got room to run, takes it to the outside, short of the 1st down, but a significant gain. We'll see where they spot it.
Lattimore with the carry.
A lot more success on the left-hand side of that offensive line for Pinkerton on that particular play.
And the Boxers are playing with a tight formation, you know, with one defensive back, and he's only back about 10 yards from the line of scrimmage, maybe about 15. The linebackers are all uptight.
So 3rd and short for the Astros with the ball at the 40-yard line. They go to the ground again. That's Lattimore. He's got the 1st down past midfield. Astros drive continues.
And defensive back Albert Louise Jean made that tackle at just inside the 50, about the 49-yard line.
That was a nice straight on by the running back, but it was not. He couldn't do much with the great aggressive tackling by Albert Louise Jean.
So the ball will be spotted at Brockton's 49-yard line. St. Ange hands it off to Lattimore. Inside, cuts, gets to about the 45-yard line.
Yeah, there seemed to be a little bit of a mix-up on the handoff, but they was able to rebound and connect it and get about 4 yards on the play.
So this will bring about a 2nd down and call it 6.5. 2nd and 6 for the Astros. Flags fly as the ball is snapped.
Yeah, nice tackle by Carruthers. And you could tell early on in this football game, the Astros offensive line is having a tough time with this defensive line of Brockton's. I'm not so sure much will change as the game goes on, but right now Brockton has control of the trenches.
So it is 2nd down and 12 for the Astros. On the ground once again, that's Emmitt Smith right up the middle, breaking tackles, has the first down, still on his feet to the 20, and that's where he's finally taken down.
Wow. Great nifty cutback by the Astros running back to cut back to get another 10 yards on the play.
Yeah, that is his real name, Emmitt Smith.
Well, he ran like Emmitt Smith there.
He sure did, and if it wasn't for James Flores, he'd have picked up that touchdown.
So 1st and 10 for the Astros from the Boxers' 19-yard line. To the ground, again they go. Ball carried to the far side. Ball did come out toward the end of the play, but it was already ruled dead by that point. And that is going to be good for a gain of about 5 yards. 2nd down and 5 now for the Astros. In past years, when we've traveled to Derry, New Hampshire to visit Pinkerton Academy, they've had an Astro mascot in a spaceman costume on the sidelines. I've yet to see the Astro today.
Yeah, no, I don't think he made the trip.
15 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. To Lattimore they go, and he's pushed out of bounds probably a little bit before the first down marker, but in the vicinity.
Yeah, nice pursuit by Brockton's defense over there on the right-hand side.
And Pinkerton is threatening.
First down for the Astros at the 9. 1st and goal for the 9.
Emmitt Smith on the carry.
Smith with the carry.
I just like saying that. Otherwise, I'd say Smith. I just like saying Emmitt Smith.
Well, he's got a world-famous name.
And I'm sure that's what his parents would like you to call him, Emmitt Smith.
That's
Emmitt
right.
Smith.
They don't want you to waste the opportunity to use his full birth name.
Well, the first quarter does come to a conclusion. Brockton with a 7-0 lead. That thanks to a 48-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Paul Moraz to receiver Albert Louis Jean earlier on in the frame. Lucas DePina kicked the extra point, and through one period, Brockton leads by a score of 7-0. You're watching Brockton Community Access Sports. Peter Zimborn, Brian Madden, and Miles Jackson up in the booth calling the action. I just watched Emmitt Smith get inducted into the Hall of Fame over the summer, so
Yeah,
it's
with
nice
tears
to
in
say.
his eyes.
With tears in his eyes.
Yeah, he boo-hooed a little bit on that one. That was a very touching moment.
What a good class it was this past summer. Jerry Rice, Emmitt Smith going in together.
Yes.
Well, we know Pinkerton does have a breakaway runner in Emmitt Smith. The key is, again, can Pinkerton's offensive line open up enough holes for this exciting runner to get through to make something happen? That's the key.
Well, I know that I'll wait until after this play.
2nd down and 5 for the Astros on the Boxers 5.
Well, it's 2nd and goal for Pinkerton Academy. Audible called, shift in the formation.
Ball's on the ground.
Well, if the ball ever did get loose, Pinkerton Academy's Emmett Smith was on the carry. I think he did hold on to it for most of the play, and any thoughts of it being loose was inadvertent. It will be 3rd and goal now. That's about a 1-yard gain from the 4.
Yeah, Pinkerton being very conservative on this drive. I haven't seen much passing. I don't remember many passes, but they kept the ball on the ground.
Well, what I was going to say was that Brockton's defense had trouble with the running game on a number of different occasions this season.
And on the ground, Pinkerton Academy from 4 yards out puts it into the end zone. Touchdown.
I tell you, that was a nice time-consuming drive by Pinkerton Academy to march down the field, basically running the football and punching it in for a score.
That was Emmett Smith with a 4-yard touchdown run. And now the extra point attempt by the Astros is a fake. They get the 2-point conversion, and the Astros have the lead 8-7. Something was suspect when I saw the place kicker lining up directly behind the holder as if he was a kicker from the 1960s.
You're exactly right, Peter. I was wondering that myself. Gee, looked like Dempsey from
With
the
the
New
half a
Orleans
foot.
Saints. Yeah, he was so close. I said, gee, he's awfully close. And they fooled the Brockton defense there on that particular play. He was wide open.
Yeah, they're trying to get tricky with it.
And it paid off.
Yeah.
So a 8-7 lead for the Pinkerton Academy Astros. They do it in very conservative style to get the initial touchdown. However, trick it up a little bit with the extra point and go for 2 instead. 8-7 is your score with 10 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in the first half.
And they passed the football for the 2-point conversion, where they marched all the way down the field, basically running with the football. And then they, like you said, switched it up a little trickery and just passed it into the end zone.
So are they going to do a short kick, an onside kick attempt?
See, now they get you thinking. You're on your toes, Brian.
You know, always be ready for all situations.
Well, we talked about the wind earlier on, and that is the wind coming into effect in this game as it blows the football off the tee.
Yeah, so they try to get tricky. I told you.
A little bit tricky. Return by Brockton will get up to about the 40-yard line. Pushed out of bound is the inadvertent return man, number 3, Ralph Cherry.
And you know what? That gives Brockton a very short field. You know, they only have about 58 yards to go in lieu of having like 80.
You know, if there's any guy in that front lineup that I want to return the ball, it would be Ralph Cherry. He's a receiver himself.
Yes. And he has some speed.
Certainly used to handling the football. So Brockton will start over from their own 42-yard line. 58 yards to march, like you said, Brian, for a touchdown. They trail the Pinkerton Academy Astros by 1, 8-7, with 10-10 remaining in the half. This is Brockton's first offensive drive of the second quarter. Mraz hands the ball off. Ball carrier for Brockton. Good for a yard or two. That's Trayvon Offley.
Offley with the carry.
Yeah, nice containment by the Astros defense right there at the line of scrimmage.
That's a 2-yard gain. So the clock continues to tick away, and it'll be 2nd and 8 for the Boxers.
And it looked like he had a seam there, and it closed up just before he was able to hit it.
And that is probably probably going to be a false start by Brockton as the offensive line did not move at all, but the ball was snapped and Paul Moraz backed up as if the play was about to begin, but certainly something was up. And it will certainly be a false start on Brockton. That will push them back 5 yards. It will be 2nd down and 13.
Yeah, that was kind of a light, humorous moment right there. Like you said, the offensive line didn't even move, and the quarterback and receivers moved, but
He tried to cover it up, but
yeah.
the white cap was not fooled.
Good attempted deception by Paul Moraz. 2nd down and 13 for Brockton. They're now at their own 39-yard line. I formation, 2 wideout split to each side. Paul Moraz is going to hand it off to Trayvon Offley to the far side. He gets to about midfield before he's taken down just about a yard shy of the 1st down.
Yeah, that was a nice 12-yard run by Trayvon. Was able to get in there, hit that hole quickly, drag 2 or 3 defenders with him for about an additional 4 or 5 yards before they took him down. About 11 yards he made, 2 yards short of the 1st down. Trayvon comes off the field.
Third down and 2 from the 50 for the Boxers.
And flags fly before this play comes about.
Dead ball. Delay a game.
And that'll be a delay of game on Brockton, which will push them back again. Every time Brockton gets closer, they get pushed back due to penalties. So it'll be 3rd and 7 for Brockton from their own 45-yard line.
Yeah, that's a big penalty right there. Coach Colombo would rather have it 3rd and 2 than 3rd and 7.
Yeah, because he had Alex Moretta in there at the fullback and Joshua Brewster in the halfback position, and just backed him up.
And they give it to Josh Marsh.
No, Brewster.
Excuse me, Josh Brewster.
Brewster with a carry. 4th down for the Boxers.
And that will bring about a 4th down, and for the first time in this game, Brockton will punt.
And I think he'd have picked up that 1st down had he been, had it been 3rd and 2 in lieu of 3rd and 7.
Yeah, again, that was a big penalty for Brockton. That really stopped their march.
Lucas DePina back to punt. That is going to go straight up and a little to the left and out of bounds.
Looks like he got that off the left side of his foot.
Yeah.
Something you don't see too often from DePina.
He kind of shanked it. But the ball was hiked. The long snapper kind of threw it off into the left. So he had to adjust where he caught the ball and how he got that off, because there was a defender, right there coming at him. So he just got it off in time.
So it is going to be 1st and 10 for the Pinkerton Academy Astros from their own 40-yard line. They keep it on the ground. Ball carrier gets up to about the 45-yard line. So it'll be about a 5-yard gain, and on the carry was number 15, I believe, for the Astros, Luke Summers.
Run up to the 45. 2nd down and 6 from the 45.
And a pitch out to the ball carrier was initially bobbled, but the return man or the ball carrier able to regroup and gets past midfield.
Yeah, what a great rebound. As you said, he bobbled the football, somehow came back up with it, and somehow got a 1st down out of the play. Just a great effort by the Astros running back.
His initial contact was in the backfield, and like you said, he was able to just wob and weave, get on up there and pick up that 1st down.
So 1st and 10 for the Astros in Brockton territory at the 48-yard line. They pitch out to Summers, halfback pass, and overthrows the intended receiver, Ryan Combs. That would have been spectacular if they were able to pull it off.
Yeah, because they fooled Brockton's defense. Everybody took the fake, and he was wide open. They just couldn't connect.
I don't know if you guys watched Monday Night Football this past week, but opening play of the game, Brett Favre with a reverse to Randy Moss, and it looked like Randy Moss was going to try to throw it at first. Then he decided to run it, then threw it to Brett Favre, and by the time he threw it to him, he was over the line of scrimmage and was penalized. But perhaps that's where Pinkerton Academy got some of their ideas.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I was in the car at the time, but who was it? Boomer? Was it Boomer Esiason? There was a
Boomer Esiason
yeah,
was the radio broadcaster
and
Monday Night Football.
And he was nailing the offensive coordinator
Right.
for calling that play. He's like, that's illegal. He's like, how could you even think to do something like that? That's an illegal play.
The only way you can do that with a quarterback can be the receiver. If the quarterback was in the shotgun position, if he's directly behind the center, he cannot be the receiver in that play, and that's what the problem was.
Yes.
He was directly behind the snap, and then he went out for the pass, and that's illegal.
Yeah, and Boomer was nailing, because I was listening to it, like I said, in the car, and he was nailing them, saying, what were you thinking, And even saying that Brett Favre should have known better than to do something like that.
Boomer Esiason, one of the better football players I can think of that has made a seamless transition to broadcasting.
Oh, he has.
On the TV side, the radio side, he's very good.
He's very comfortable in the booth, and he was a good quarterback when he was on the field as well. I did like him, as far as when he was with Cincinnati.
I was
there's
a
always
49ers fan, but I like the Bengals too in hindsight.
There's always opposing teams where you're like, even though he's an opponent, I like that guy. I like the way he carries himself.
Yeah.
Kind of like Brewski is to other players and other plays, other people.
Let's wonder what happened to Ickey Woods. 2nd down for the Astros, and right up the middle goes the ball carrier. I think he has the first down. If not, he's darn close.
Ickey is still shuffling somewhere. I think he's doing overnights at Walmart in Tuskegee.
The Ickey shuffle. It was a craze for a short period of time.
That little wobble to the left, wobble to the right,
Brad Mann's going to be hosting the Ickey Shuffle dance instructional
Nah, I
video
don't think
soon
so.
coming to BCA. 3rd and short for the Astros at the Brockton 40. To Lattimore they go. He takes it to the far side. He's got the first down and a few extra yards to spare.
If I'm gonna be picking up somebody's little dance, I'm gonna at least go with a home buddy. I'll go with the Walker Wiggle.
Antoine Walker, that's another guy that might be at Walmart now. He's in severe gambling debt.
Yeah, I don't think they would hire him.
I think he's actually playing in Europe right now just to pay off his gambling debt. He owed Vegas casinos $250,000. That's not good.
The sad thing is that
ball is loose. Brockton recovers, it appears.
The sad thing is that they have casinos over in Europe as well that they don't know about Antoine. So if he doesn't make any money, he's going to blow that over there as well.
Now, that was a big play right there for Brockton because it looked as though Pinkerton had the momentum. They were marching down the field again after scoring that touchdown, and so that was a big, big turnover by Brockton to recover that and just totally shut off that momentum faucet at the moment.
Yes.
So 1st and 10 for Brockton from their own 23-yard line. The I formation, wide out split to each side, seems to be the way they've gone most of this game. Mraz drops back, rolls to the far side, tries to hit Ralph Cherry off his fingertips, incomplete.
And Cherry wasn't a defender within 5 yards of Cherry, so you got to make that catch. That was a good pass by Mraz. Hit Cherry right on the hands.
Now, I normally don't read a quarterback, but I noticed when he went up to the line, he kind of blew into his hands, and I said, gee, is he going to pass the ball? Mm-hmm. And sure enough, he passed over. It's just one of them things you just kind of look at and you wonder.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 for Brockton once again from their 23-yard line. Mraz hands the ball right up the middle to the ball carrier. Good for a gain of about 3 yards. On the carry for Brockton is number 42, I believe.
No, that's 48, Alex Moretta.
Alex Moretta. The binoculars once again.
No binoculars. I can see his number.
Now, that was a big stop for Pinkerton. Now it makes it a 3rd and long instead of 3rd and short.
Actually, he used to be a neighbor of mine too, so you know, I watch for him to do something that can, you know, give him a little play on.
Well, they'll give him a gain of 4 yards from Moretta on that last play. 3rd and 6 for the Boxers. Mraz back to pass. Looking for Albert Louis Jean. Complete. Good for the first down. Was he in bounds?
Yes.
Yes, he was.
And that was an excellent pass by Mraz. I mean, Louis Jean went upfield and then cut out, did a little down and out. Mraz threw it right over his right shoulder where only he could catch it. Well, actually, with his back to him. I mean, with his front to him, his left shoulder, right towards his left shoulder.
Yeah, that was a great catch. He put his hands out there, and that ball stuck like glue.
1st and 10 for Brockton at their own 38-yard line. Mraz and Albert Louis Jean have had quite the connection today. Mraz looking to pass. Ralph Cherry complete. No. He caught it between his body and the turf, ruled incomplete by the official.
Yeah, official was right there on the play.
Yeah, and actually that was Jesse Montero, I believe. Number 8.
What's wrong with my eyesight today, Brian?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Peter.
What's up?
You need some glasses,
The
man?
number 8 looks like the number 3.
It does.
Half.
It does.
It does.
And I'm not critiquing your work. Peter, you are as smooth a commentator as anyone at the high school level. So, you know, you do a great job.
Thank
you really do.
Well, Jesse Montero was the intended receiver.
Yes, he was.
1st and 10 for Brockton. Still at their own 38. They're in the I formation. This time they've got the 2 wideouts to the far side as opposed to split apart. And we've got a timeout called by Brockton with 4:15 left to go in the first half. They trail Pinkerton Academy by 1, 8-7 is your score. 2-point conversion difference thus far. As we're discussing Icky Woods and the Icky Shuffle and the Walker Wiggle and different celebration dances of notes within sports, what's Jamal Anderson up to, the Dirty Bird of the late 90s?
Yeah.
He had a job on ESPN for maybe a year afterwards, and I haven't heard from him.
Yeah. Yeah, after he got out of jail.
Jamal Anderson went to jail?
Wasn't it Jamal? One of them Jamals went to jail.
Yeah, I'm not sure which one.
But there was someone out of you know, the Atlanta area.
I think you might be right. You're jogging my memory here.
Yeah.
I just don't remember
It was
exactly
Jamal.
what it
I believe it was Jamal Anderson.
So 2nd and 10 for Brockton. 3 wideouts, 2 to the near side, 1 to the far. They keep it on the ground. That is Trayvon Offley. Breaks a tackle, breaks another, has the first down past midfield, taken down at the 45-yard line in Astros territory. And
great run there by Offley. I mean, he broke 3 tackles that would have stopped him from getting the first down. And he was just not going to be denied on that drive.
Yeah, it just shows you his strength when he gets in the open field. Normally one defensive player is not going to take him down unless they get a good hit on him. He just shrugs it off.
1st and 10 for the Boxers on the Astros 44.
So 1st and 10 Brockton at the 44-yard line of the Astros in Pinkerton territory. To the ground they go again. It's Offley. Breaks 1 tackle. Still on his feet. Has the first down. He's a little engine that you can't stop him on first contact.
Yeah, Offley's all of a sudden getting big chunks of yardage on these carries lately.
And I think most of that comes from his second effort. First contact is not going to get him. It's going to take more than 1 or 2 guys from the opposing squad to take him to the ground. 1st and 10 Brockton with the ball spotted at the 30-yard line of the Pinkerton Academy Astros, and I believe we've got another timeout.
And Brandon Rogers, as you see at the very back end, limping off the field, he wants nothing else to do with Trayvon. I guarantee you, Trayvon running him again, he's going to step out of the way. Where Trayvon ran over him like he was a piece of paper laying in the ground.
One of the classic running backs running over somebody is Earl Campbell running over he played for the Rams, I believe Isaiah Robinson. Just put his helmet in Isaiah's chest and just ran right over him.
Oh, he was good for that.
Yeah.
Earl Campbell was good for that. He had those huge thighs. I mean, they looked like horse thighs.
My favorite of the power running backs that would knock you over and run on top of you was Christian Okoye for the Kansas City Chiefs, the Nigerian Nightmare.
Yeah, he's a big boy, too.
But, see, I'm showing my age. None of y'all remember one of the best running backs that would just run over people ever was Jim Brown.
Jim Brown.
Jim Brown was
That's right.
the best ever.
Well, I'm right there with you, Miles.
Yeah.
You know, don't let the.
That's right. Use a little baby in your diapers there. And we can't forget about Bo Jackson either.
Bo knows football
and
knows
baseball.
1st and 10 for the Boxers. They hand it off to Offley. Takes it to the outside of the far side. I think he probably has the first down again, as it looks like he got past the 20-yard line and the sticks will move. First down.
And don't forget the Houston Oilers, Earl Campbell.
Yeah, we just talked about Earl. Big Earl knocking over Isaiah Robinson.
Oh, yeah, we did. We're talking again. All right. All right, down the truck. You need to stay out of our conversation.
Our producer down in the truck mentions Eric Dickerson. One of the first players, if I recall, to accrue 2,000 yards in a single season.
Yeah, the first was O.J.
O.J.
I think it was O.J. Simpson.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Eric did do that. Yes, he did.
O.J. spoken of in hushed tones at this point, though. 1st and 10, Boxers at the Astros 20-yard line. 3 wideouts, but they stick it to the ground. And it's a quarterback keeper by Miraz. Does he have the touchdown? As he gets close to the goal line. Not quite, but it should be 1st and goal for Brockton. They'll have 4 opportunities to punch it in with 2 minutes and 58 seconds left to go in the first half.
First and goal for the Boxers on the 2.
Yeah, Miraz just bounced it around the corner and was good to go.
So, once again, 2 minutes, 58 seconds left to go in the first half. Brockton with the 1st and goal. They are at the Astros 2-yard line. With the way Brockton has been running the football, one would think they'd be able to punch it in here. Quarterback keeper by Paul Miraz from 2 yards out. Touchdown. Miraz with the passing touchdown in the first quarter. A rushing touchdown here in the second. Brockton reclaims the lead. 13-8 is your score with 2:53 to go, and the extra point on its way.
Yeah, and that was an easy run right over the back of a big number 75, William Carruthers.
And if you're going to punch it in behind William Carruthers.
Yeah, he's a big boy. He makes a big dent in the any defensive line.
Lucas DePino, one of the better field goal kickers at the high school level in Massachusetts, but he does not come out in the field as a kicker right now. He lines up as a wide receiver. Brockton taking a little bit out of the playbook of Pinkerton Academy, and it appears they are going for 2. 3 wideouts, and they keep it on the ground. The ball carrier taken down well shy of the end zone, so the score remains 13-8 with 2 minutes and 53 seconds remaining in the first half. And it looks like Brockton was trying to just extend their lead in the event that the Astros opted to go for a 2-point conversion again, but that attempt failed.
Yeah,
Well,
it looked like
I
that.
think, yeah.
Excuse me. It looked like just somebody on the left-hand side just missed their blocking assignment because the big guy for Pinkerton was right in there. I mean, he met the running back behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they tried to spread the defense by putting so many wide receivers in there.
Which
But
they did spread the defense. Problem was the offensive line didn't
yeah,
hold their blocking assignments.
yeah, Offley had nowhere to go in that play anyway.
Now, I was not present for the 40th anniversary celebration last week, but I was here 2 years ago when the marching band was not present at the game, and I just want to opine that the atmosphere here at the stadium is much better with them being in attendance.
Oh, definitely.
And we'll have a performance by the Brockton High School Marching Band coming up at halftime. 2:53 left to go in the half right now. Brockton leads 13-8 as Lucas DePino will kick off. And having some issues with the ball, the tee, and the wind. And someone from Brockton is going to have to hold the football more than likely to keep it in place. And that person will be
Philip
number
Gay.
7, Philip Gay for Brockton. Beautiful kick by Lucas DePina. Return man for the Astros takes it from the 10. That is Manny Lattimore.
Ball brought up by Lattimore.
2 minutes and 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Brockton with the 5-point lead, 13-8. Scoring summary is as follows. Brockton with a touchdown and an extra point in the first quarter. Paul Moraz hitting Albert Louis Jean. Emmett Smith rebounded for the Astros. They had a 2-point conversion for an 8-7 lead. Brockton leading 13-8 thanks to a Paul Moraz touchdown and a failed 2-point conversion moments ago.
And I think they went for that 2-point conversion just to keep pace with the Astros, because they were successful in theirs, and they wanted to make it a 7-point lead again.
Exactly. They wanted to keep that balance there and try to keep it, but unfortunately, Pinkerton came through with the big defensive stand.
But that's okay. I mean, if you score and you stop them from scoring, it doesn't matter. Ooh, ball's looking around.
Loose ball, Brockton recovers. Brockton will recover at the 20-yard line, and Brockton will have excellent field positioning with 2 minutes and 2 seconds left to go in the first half. Brockton with a ripe opportunity to extend upon their lead, especially after the failed 2-point conversion.
Yeah, that was a very heads-up play by the linebacker there.
James Flores.
Yeah, to fall on that football so quickly.
Yeah, he said, spank you very much. He drilled him.
Well, the ball spotted at the 22-yard line of the Pinkerton Academy Astros. 1st and 10 for Brockton. 2:02 left to go here in the first half. Brockton leads 13-8. 3 wideouts, 2 to the near side, 1 to the far. It is an I formation for Brockton. Paul Moraz looking to air it out, drops back. No, he'll keep it on the ground. He runs it himself because he finds himself in trouble. Maybe a short game.
Looks like he just really got back to the line of scrimmage, if that.
It's going to be a slight loss, actually.
Yeah.
2nd down and 11 for Brockton coming.
Combination of great coverage by Pinkerton's backfield, and also the pocket collapsed for Maratz, and he had to go forward a little bit, and by then it was just too late.
Clock continues to tick away. $1:30 left to go in the half. 2nd down and 11 for Brockton. This time, 2 wideouts line up, split to each side of the field. Mraz hands it off. That's awfully. And he is going to meet a slew of Pinkerton Academy defenders, and he loses his helmet in the process. Is it just me, or have we seen more players lose their helmet this season than any other season at the high school level?
Yeah, we've seen a lot of helmets fall off.
Tighten those
this
chin
season.
straps, boys.
Yes.
Exactly.
Hopefully they're not wearing their helmets like they wear their hats. It just seems like they wear their hats like 2 or 3 sizes too big.
Like their pants, too.
We won't even go there.
You're going to have a little pants on the ground action?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Pinkerton's had 2 big turnovers. That first one, they was ready to score, and they fumbled the football, marching down the field. And now here they fumbling in their own territory, and Brockton's trying to capitalize on it.
And Brockton driving into the wind. So I think if the wind was at their back and they were unable to get a first down, DePino might have tried to kick a field goal.
Well, we've got a timeout with 1 minute, 3 seconds left to go in the first half. Once again, a performance by the Brockton High School Marching Band will be coming at halftime. Right now, the Brockton Boxers varsity football squad looking to put another 6 or 7 points on the board before it's time for that performance. Miraz looking to air it out. He's in trouble. He's got pass rushers and throws into traffic, almost intercepted. Turns out to be incomplete. It'll be 4th down with 54 seconds remaining on the clock. We have seen field goal kicker Lucas DePina kick 1 field goal outside of extra points this season. He was successful in that 1 attempt. Will they try it here, or will Brockton elect to go for it and try for a first down? Time will tell.
Yeah, I think they're out of DePina's range with the wind.
Yeah, this would be about...
Yeah. It'd be about a 40-yard.
Yeah, it'd be about a 40-yard kick.
Yeah, that's into the wind. I wouldn't even think to attempt something like that.
That would be NFL level ability if he were able to make it. And we're not doubting his potential to make it, just in this situation with the wind towards him and whatnot.
Yeah, I think
might not be advisable.
Yeah, I think if they were kicking at the other end of the field, I could see them trying it, because he's kicked so many extra points with so much room to spare. I'd give it a shot.
As we discussed, Lucas DePina, his kicking coach, actually standing just a few feet in front of us. So we'll see what Brockton elects to do. It'll be 4th and 11. Ball at the Astros 23-yard line. 54 seconds left to go in the opening half. Brockton with a 13-8 lead. You're watching Brockton Community Access Sports. Peter Zimbor, Miles Jackson, and Brian Madden calling the action high atop Colombo Field here in the press box at Rocky Marciano Stadium.
I was disappointed I wasn't able to attend last week as well. I was home nursing a migraine that just was a 4-day migraine. It was a mess.
Well, you're back and ready to go tonight. Brockton going for it, 4th and 11. 3 wideouts. 1 man in the backfield. Miraz back to pass. Looks over the middle. Incomplete.
Pass is incomplete. Ball will go to the
Yeah.
Astros on return.
And Luis Jean is over in the corner all alone. He's walking back, and there's still no defender even near him.
Yeah,
he was a little upset.
Yeah, and Coach Colombo's a little upset at the quarterback. He had great protection in the pocket there, stood tall, and he just didn't see his receiver. Like you said, you had Luis Jean in the left-hand corner down there, and maybe that's what Colombo saw, was you had an open guy down there. He just needed to look around a little bit more. But great protection by the offensive line of Brockton.
Yeah, he did have great protection. But, in his defense, there's only so long. You don't want to be Brett Favre out there holding the ball for like 6-7 minutes or 6-7 seconds before you release it. Or should I say Aaron Rodgers. He's the one that tends to hold the ball too long, too.
Well, that was Mike Mazzola on the carry for Pinkerton Academy. Gets a gain of about 8 yards. It'll be 2nd and 2. 40 seconds left to go in the half with the clock stopped.
Timeout Astros.
Aaron Rodgers maybe still in the shadow of Brett Favre out in Green Bay.
Yeah, there's a couple of them that now who is it in Denver? Jay Cutler. He's another one.
Now, that was an interesting timeout. I mean, what's Pinkerton going to do? 40 seconds left. What are they going to do? If you're going to call a timeout, then you must plan on putting the ball down the field. I mean,
Have they made a passing play yet this game? I don't think so.
Well, they
I want
did
to
the
say they
two-point
have.
conversion, but that was not a traditional pass play.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, as far as going downfield, I can't remember them making a pass play.
They also attempted a halfback pass. Once again, not a traditional pass play. That was unsuccessful. The quarterback, Chris St. Ange, seems content with handing the ball off, and he's got a good running back group to handle that responsibility in Manny Lattimore, Emmett Smith, and Mike Mazzola. 2nd and 2 for the Astros. Maybe they'll try to air it out with limited amount of time remaining here in the half. They hand it off, and that is number 25 taking it to the far side, Mike Mazzola.
Nice tackle by Ralph Cherry.
Yeah.
The
Well,
running
moved
back
the
was
chains
much
first
bigger
down.
than Cherry, and he made a nice tackle.
First down, Pinkerton Academy. Clock stops with 33 seconds left to go.
And
Astros first down.
they were not really worried about first downs in the middle of the field with just over 30 seconds remaining in the half. They want to continue to slow them down and keep them from running out of bounds. Keep that clock moving.
Smith with the carry. Gain of 7.
That will be a 7-yard gain by the ball carrier for Pinkerton Academy, and the Astros elect to call another timeout as it'll be 2nd down and 3. 25 seconds left to go in the first half.
Well, the only thing I can figure out, the coach for Pinkerton, is that he's hoping that maybe somebody will break a run for a touchdown because they're not passing the ball and they keep calling timeouts.
Well,
they're
they're
playing
done with
pretty
that.
intelligently thus far with clock control on this drive.
Yeah, well, they're out of timeout, so that ship has sailed. They got 25 seconds remaining. Either they can try and pass it and get out of bounds, or they have one more play to go.
Well, with 2nd down, I mean, why not try a couple of Hail Marys? And if they don't work, then you punt the ball with a few seconds left. Or otherwise, you can just run the clock out. But, I mean, all them timeouts, you'd think they'd have some plan to try to put the ball in the end zone.
Or they're just padding stats.
And little trickery, they keep it on the ground. First down, the ball carrier gets up to about the 45-yard line.
Smith with the carry. For an Astros first down.
And clock stops as they move the chains. And they spike the football, and that will stop the clock with 16 seconds left to go. Yeah, I highly doubt they're trying to pad the stats, Brian. I don't think that's among the concern of the coaches in high school football.
You never know. Who knows? What are you thinking over there? I mean, what? 16 seconds. Let's go to the locker room. Let everybody on the field warm up a little bit. And call it a day. Moving on.
So from the 46-yard line of the Boxers, the Astros with the ball, 16 seconds left. Halfback pass attempt? No, he's going to keep the ball. That is number 15 on the carry for Pinkerton Academy, Luke Summers. And the clock is going to wind down, and the half is going to end. So the first half comes to a conclusion, and Brockton with a 13-8 lead over the Pinkerton Academy Astros. Gentlemen, your thoughts on the first half?
Well, I think Brockton needs to just continue to do what they do, mix it up, attack at the air.
Yeah, just like you said, Brian, just Brockton in the second half needs to come out, mix it up with the pass and the run. I'm sure they will wear Pinkerton down in that fourth quarter. So I see Brockton basically coming out in the second half with a lot of momentum.
First half scoring summary, Brockton got on the board first in the opening quarter with a 48-yard touchdown pass from Paul Moraz to Albert Louis Jean that put them up 6-0. The Luke's Tapine extra point made it 7-zip in favor for Brockton. That would be the score at the end of the first quarter. In the second quarter, the Pinkerton Academy Astros would come back from that with a 4-yard touchdown run from Emmett Smith, followed by a 2-point conversion, giving the Astros the lead 8-7. Brockton then scored on a 2-yard touchdown run from Paul Moraz later in the quarter. They attempted a 2-point conversion, but were unsuccessful. That's where we stand now, 13-8 in favor of the Brockton Boxers as we are at halftime and just about set for a halftime performance from the Brockton High School Marching Band. So without further ado, we'll put down the headsets and listen into this fine halftime show performance. We'll be back with second half action in just a few minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your halftime entertainment, we have the Brockton High School Marching Band, directed by Vincent McCrena, along with the color guard, halftime dances, and majorettes.
And we're back here at Armond Colombo Field at Rocky Marciano Stadium, where the Brockton Boxers currently lead the Pinkerton Academy Astros by a score of 13-8 as we come out of halftime. Peter Zimmer, Miles Jackson, and Brian Madden back up in the booth where Brockton is set to receive to begin our second half of play.
Yeah, Pinkerton's got to figure out some way to get some momentum back. I think Brockton kind of carried the momentum in that last, say, 7 or 8 minutes. It went from Pinkerton back to Brockton, so Brockton's got to keep it up and don't let Pinkerton back with that momentum.
Nice kick by Pinkerton Academy right into the hands of Albert Louis Jean, as he'll be taken down shy of the 30-yard line, probably around the 27. We'll see precisely where they spot the ball. But Brockton's offense set to take over.
Yeah, and again, Paul Miraz will have the wind at his back, so looking for him to go downfield on the Pinkerton side of the field, catch Cherry in motion again.
Yeah, last time we saw the Boxers with the wind to their back, Paul Miraz hit Albert Louis Jean for a 48-yard touchdown pass, which was the first score of the game. 1st and 10 for Brockton, ball spotted at the 28-yard line. It'll be an I formation with the 2 wide receivers to the far side of the field. Miraz hands the ball off, and the ball carrier taking it to the near side and wrestled out of bounds. That was number 44, Trayvon Offley. He picks up a gain of 2 yards, 2nd down and 8 on its way for Brockton. I noticed right off the bat, Brian, they had the 2 wideouts to the far side of the field, the Pinkerton Academy side of the field, which is exactly what you were saying before the play started. You were looking for them to throw towards that side.
Well, they set up in the left hash mark, and so Trayvon had a short field to work with as far as when he tried to bounce it outside. So there wasn't a whole lot of room there.
Well, it is 2nd and 8 for Brockton. Miraz back to pass. He might be forced to run the football, and he's taken down in the backfield, ripped down by the pass rusher for the Pinkerton Academy Astros.
I believe that was 25, wasn't it, Mazzola?
If it was number 25, Mike Mazzola on the sack, that's a 3-yard loss or a 5-yard loss for Brockton. They're now 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 13 on its way for Brockton.
Yeah, not the way you want to start off here in the 3rd quarter, being third on your first possession, 3rd and 13 yards to go for first.
Well, at least now they're a little closer towards the middle of the field where they'll be hiking the ball from. I mean, they've been really working from hash mark to hash mark.
Well, 4 wideouts, 3 to the near side, 1 to the far. Brockton just with 1 back. And Miraz is going to hand it off to that back. That is Trayvon Offley, the ball carrier, taken down at first contact, which is rare for Trayvon Offley. He was more or less tripped up as he went down. It will be a 4th down and 8. That was a 5-yard gain for Brockton. So with 8 minutes and 50 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter, Brockton is going to bring the punting unit onto the field.
Yeah, and again, Mazzola on the tackle.
Yeah, if you saw, Brockton tried to fool Pinkerton's defense with 3 wideouts to your left and 1 on the right-hand side and did a draw play.
Mazzola just barely missed that kickoff. I mean,
And the return man for the Pinkerton Academy Astros has some room to run. He's going to bring it down the field almost to the 20-yard line, where the Astros are going to have a fantastic start to this offensive series.
Yeah, and he brought it all the way back to the point where Tapina kicked from. Got a man down. I'm trying to see it was number 81 is down. And
it could be 18, Lucas Tapina.
18, Tapina.
And you mentioned that Lucas Tapina barely got the punts off. Maybe he was hit as he was trying to get it off.
No, he was hit. He tried to make that tackle.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. And he was injured on the tackle.
And he's bouncing up. Lucas Tapina, outside of being a accomplished kicker and punter, is a wide receiver for Brockton. Through and through a football player, and just roughed up a little bit as he walks off the field. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Pinkerton Academy Astros from the Brockton Boxers' 21-yard line. Astros can
First attempt for the
retake
Astros
the
along
lead
the Brockton's 21 yard
with
line.
a touchdown. They trail by 5. And they hand the ball off to Emmitt Smith to the far side. He is going to take it to the outside down the sideline, close to a first down.
Flores in on the tackle.
Yeah, that was a nice job by Emmitt Smith to cut straight up field and get the big gain.
So it was an 8-yard gain by Smith. It is second down and 2 now for Pinkerton Academy as they're inside the box's red zone at the 13.
Second down and 3 from the 14.
And Smith in motion. He accepts the handoff again, takes it to the outside. He has the first down as he takes it inside the 10.
Smith again with the carry.
But that was just great balance by Smith. He should have been back at the line of scrimmage on that, but somehow he kept his balance and just fell forward.
Yeah, good run by Smith. He bounced it to the outside. You know, had a couple blockers ahead of him. And like you said, turned their corner and was able to keep his momentum going and vault forward for an additional 5 or 6, 7 yards.
And Mazzola on the carry for Pinkerton Academy. And he is going to inch closer to the end zone. That was a first and goal situation from the 8. This will be second and goal, and the ball will be spotted at the 1-yard line. Pinkerton Academy threatening.
Yeah, Pinkerton Academy doing a nice job with this ground game of theirs, and it's paying off. Using the clock as they go downfield.
Well, they go to the ground again. Touchdown, Pinkerton Academy. I believe that was Manny Lattimore on the carry from 1 yard out. It was Lattimore. Touchdown, Astros. They retake the lead and now are up by 1, 14-13, with 6 minutes and 33 seconds left to go in the third period.
And what got this touchdown here was basically that big punt return by Pinkerton's punt returner to bring it deep into Brockton territory.
Yeah, they've vaulted him into excellent field position. Had a very short field, only had 20 yards to go, and was able to pick that up fairly easily.
Well, the Astros are going to line up for a 2-point conversion. They want to lead by 3. They pitch it out to Lattimore, and he is taken out of bounds before he can reach the end zone. So a 1-point game. It remains 14-13 is your score. Astros on top, 6:33 left to go in the third.
That was great pursuit and urgency on Brockton's part to not let Pinkerton get those 2 points.
That's right.
Just great pursuit by the defense there.
Walter Jocelyn was in on that tackle. Great job keeping him out of the end zone.
This game consistently close.
Well, you know, we've had some years where we've dominated Pinkerton. We've had some years where they've kind of dominated us. But the rivalry has been pretty close.
It's been some long bus rides home for both teams.
Yes.
And it's a long bus ride to begin with, since Derry, New Hampshire, about an hour and a half away. Brockton set to receive. Bit of an onside kick. Accepting return for Brockton will be number 8, Jesse Montero.
Ball taken by Montero.
And Montero was very careful as far as him making sure he collected that ball. Had a nice tight possession before he tried to turn it upfield.
So Brockton's offense will take over from their own 36-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, 6 minutes and 28 seconds left to go in the third quarter. It'll It'll be an I formation for Brockton, split wideouts to each side of the field. Paul Mraz is going to hand it to Trayvon Offley. Jumps over one potential tackler and still on his feet, wrestled down before he hits the 45-yard line. That will be a gain of about 9.
Yeah, nice athleticism on that play by Offley. As you said, he jumped over the pile and kept his feet going.
So 2nd down and 1 coming up for Brockton.
And that was a good run there by Trayvon. Just continued to keep his legs moving, driving forward.
2nd down and 1 for the 45.
And they keep it on the ground again. Offley, he has enough for the 1st down.
Offley with a carry for Box's 1st down.
So the sticks will move, and Brockton off to a good start offensively on this offensive series.
All right, top of the 2nd. Currently today, the Yankees are playing. Rangers are 3, Yankees nothing. Go Rangers.
It's a beautiful thing. Thanks for the announcement.
That's right. Kick their butt.
First and 10 for the Boxers on their own 48-yard line.
So it is 1st and 10 for Brockton. They're at their own 48-yard line. Mraz back to pass, rolling to the far side, looking for Jesse Montero. Ball deflected, incomplete.
And it's a good thing because Jesse fell down and was down. There were a couple defenders back there. So Boxers got away with one. Lucky to have not caused a turnover there.
For a second there, it looked like he might have tried to run it. It looked like he had some open space there, but he saw his open receiver. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work out that way.
So 2nd and 10 for the Boxers, still at their own 48-yard line. Mraz, quick pass to Albert Louis Jean, through Jean's arms, incomplete.
Now, that's something you don't see too often, the ball going through Louis Jean's hands.
So 2 consecutive pass attempts incomplete for Brockton, 3rd and 10. Ball still at Brockton's 48.
Yeah, and the Boxers need to, I don't know, get focused a little bit here. I mean, those were 2 totally different offensive plays. One that the receiver fell down, and the other one, ball just slipped through his fingers.
Mraz back to pass. And out to Jesse Montero. Complete. And that is good for a 1st down.
Yeah, that was a great catch. He put his arms and hands underneath the ball so it wouldn't touch the ground. Great catch.
Yeah, and that ball was low, and Jesse went down to get it, you know. So great job by Jesse to go down and get that ball.
So 1st and 10 for Brockton. Offley with the carry. Brockton had the ball at the 41. Offley is going to get them to about the 38. So it's a 3-yard gain by Offley. 2nd and 7 on its way. 4 minutes, 15 seconds and counting remaining in the 3rd quarter. Brockton in Astros territory.
Brockton needs to keep this drive alive and retake the lead.
7 for the Boxers on the Astros 38-yard line.
So 2nd and 7 from the Astros 38. Brockton lining up in the I formation again with wideout split to each side of the field. And bit of a unique play. I believe Murata initially received a handoff, pitched it back to the quarterback, Paul Moraz, who had a short gain with the carry.
Well, I think what happened there was the quarterback wanted to keep it, but he had it so far into the running back's arms. Running back kept it, and I think the running back realized, well, they got me here, trying to give it back.
But in that situation, hold on to the ball and just try and pick up as many yards as you could pick up because, Murata had the chance to keep running.
Well, that was a 1-yard gain by Moraz. So 3rd and 6 for the Boxers, 3:07 left to go. Paul Moraz hands it off to Offley, takes it to the near side to the 30, pushed out of bounds around the 25. That's a first down, Boxers.
Yeah, Offley's awfully tough. When he gets to the outside and makes that turn upfield, he is awfully hard to catch up with because he's got that speed.
Yeah, and you know what? He was falling behind Moretta, and Moretta, and he was falling behind Moretta, and was able to just turn the corner and bounce to the left in lieu of going inside where Moretta went. You guys had me saying Morata. His name's
Moretta.
Alex Moretta. I've known him since he was like 6.
They keep it to the ground again. Trayvon Offley, and notice upon first contact, it's the defender moving backwards. He was trying to make the tackle. Good play by Trayvon Offley as he picks up a gain of about 5 yards, gets it to about the Brockton box or the Astros 20.
And they get this drive moving now. Momentum is picking up. They're continuing to attack, and I'm just glad that last series didn't slow them down and stop the momentum with that broken play.
2nd and 5 for the Boxers on the Astros 20-yard line.
And beautiful run by Alex Moretta as he broke out of a pack that seemingly had him down and gets Brockton within the 5-yard line. Alex Moretta showing that he also does not like to go down upon first contact.
No, he's a big boy. He's a very qualified fullback. He's a good blocking back as well as can carry the ball. So good for him.
Yeah,
good job, Alex.
Perfect example of second effort there by the fullback.
Yeah, because he was tied up in that cluster up there, and then just turned, did a little spin move, turned it upfield, and picked up about additional 8-10 yards.
So 1st and goal for Brockton. They're at the 5-yard line of the Pinkerton Academy Astros. They're going to hand the ball off. That is Trayvon Offley taking it to the near side, rumbles in, touchdown. Brockton with the lead again. 19-14, Boxers on top. 1 minute, 31 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. And I guess the question now is, does Brockton bring in the kicking unit and try for a 6-point lead, or do they take the more risky approach and go for 2, trying to have a more comfortable 7-point lead?
I would say go for the field goal, the extra point, but
it doesn't appear that's what they're doing.
No.
I see Trayvon Offley, Albert Louis Steen and company inside the huddle. It looks like Brockton will be lining up as if they're going for 2.
And they've got Austin Roberts there at the quarterback.
So number 4, Austin Roberts, the sophomore, in at quarterback for Brockton. Roberts going to try to run it himself.
That was a nice fake there by Austin Roberts. I mean, he faked it to Moretta, and when the defenders converged on Moretta, he just bounced to the inside, went in untouched.
And that's where his size comes into play right there, the size advantage of Austin Roberts. He's a short quarterback, and it's hard for some of them defenders to see where he's at. When you got them big linemen standing up, you really can't see him, and he went practically untouched into the end zone.
And we've said it before, what a wonderful problem for head coach Peter Colombo to have with his Brockton Boxers team. He's got a starting quarterback in Paul Moraz that's ultra-talented. He also has an ultra-talented backup in Austin Roberts.
Yes. And,
not a bad problem to have at all.
No, not
Too
a bad
much
problem
talent's not a bad thing.
That's right. Yeah, they've got plenty of threats, through the air as well as in the backfield. I mean, you have in the backfield Offley, Marsh, Beretta.
Beautiful kick by Lucas DePina. Return man for the Astros takes it from about the 5-yard line. He's got some room to run. I think that is Lattimore on the carry. It is. He'll be pushed out of bounds shy of the 30-yard line.
And DePina in on that tackle. I wasn't done. Brewster, you know, as far as in the backfield. So they have plenty of threats back there.
Yeah, and I tell you, just to show you how tough the kicker is, DePina, he's the one that came down there and made that big hit.
And he was the one that kind of got injured from the last
Exactly. So that
month.
just shows you his perception as far as playing football. He got right back out there after being injured a little bit and made the tackle.
And I think it was a point that he wanted to make because I don't know if he was blindsided when he was up there trying to make that defensive stop.
So 1st and 10 from their own 28 for the Astros. They go to the ground. Ball carrier is going to be very close to a first down. Maybe has it, if not just slightly shy.
It looks like they're going to measure. No, they
They're
call
gonna
it
say
a first
he has
down.
the first down. First down Astros. 1 minute, 14 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Brockton with the 7-point lead, 21-14. 21-14, not an uncommon score to see in football games, but it has been uncommon how we've got here today. 1st and 10 for the Astros. They go to the ground again. That is Emmitt Smith in the backfield, taken down by a few Brockton defenders. That was number 5 in on the tackle for Brockton, John Bright. Also, I believe number 28, Saquon Lewis, in on the tackle as well. That is a significant loss for the Astros. They are now pushed back to their own 34-yard line. It is going to be 2nd down and 15 for Pinkerton Academy.
Yeah, that was just great penetration by the defensive backfield there, and the linebackers coming in through there.
And Astros will have time enough for just one more play before the end of the third quarter.
Davis with the carry.
And that'll be the end of the third quarter.
Davis about 2.
Well,
And
through
that's the
3,
end of the third quarter.
Brockton with a 21-14 lead over Pinkerton Academy. And like I said, guys, not an uncommon score to have in a football game, but it has been a bit unique how we've got here. 2-point conversions, missed 2-point conversions.
Made.
It's their 21-14. Brockton with the lead. 11 minutes of football remaining as we enter the home stretch.
That's right. Boys and girls, make sure you pay attention in math class, because there's a whole lot of ways to get to 21-14.
You know, I actually knew my 7 times tables in school because of football. No lie.
Very good.
I think I knew geography because of the NFL as well.
Well, I'll tell you, you on that kids cable show doing your
Gotta bring that up.
sports things. Well, hey, what was it called?
That was Kids Talk Sports.
Kids Talk Sports.
Now, right now, Brockton has the slight momentum. What the defense needs to do is hold Pinkerton sometime during this drive and get that ball back. They cannot let Pinkerton go down and put some points on the board. So Brockton's defense has a real big test right here to see if they can shut down this Astros offense, running offense.
And that's something that Brockton has had a problem with this season. Teams have been able to run on Brockton consistently. So, but Brockton finds a way to get the victory. They only have that one loss against Severian.
St. Ange back to pass. He's under pressure. Throws into traffic. Incomplete. Good job by the Brockton defense of putting pressure on the Astros quarterback, making him get rid of that ball.
Yeah, and Brockton's to Brockton's benefit is their offense is so potent that they not that they want to, but they can afford to give up or get into a shootout and high-scoring game and come away victorious.
Well, Albert Louis Jean back to receive as the Astros Astros will punt the football away. Beautiful punt. Gene takes this from about the 23-yard line. Takes it to the near side to the 30, taken down just past the 30. So Brockton's offense takes over as they have a 7-point lead. 10:44 remaining in the game. Brockton ball.
Now, one advantage the offense has right here is they just came off the field. Pinkerton's defense just came off the field. Now, they're back on the field, so you know if they get a little winded, it'll be interesting to see if Brockton can take advantage of this and just march down the field and score some points. Pinkerton's defense has to be a little bit tied. If not yet, they will be on this drive if Brockton can prolong the drive.
And Brockton wants to keep their drive going because you stay warm when you're on the field. You know, you're out there moving, blood's rushing, adrenaline pumping.
So 1st and 10 for Brockton. They hand it off to Trayvon Offley to the far side. He's got room past the 40, close to the first down. I think he has it. The sticks should move.
And if anybody knows about ball control, is Coach Peter Colombo. He's a guru at knowing how to control the football when the offense has the ball.
Yes.
So it is a first down for Brockton. Ball now at Brockton's 43-yard line. And flags will fly as the ball is snapped and play comes to a halt.
Legal procedure. There's movement on the line. False start. All the above.
First down and 15 from the 37.
So 1st and 15 for Brockton due to the penalty. Ball now at their own 37-yard line. They pitch out to Offley.
There he goes.
He's got room to run. He's got the first down the sidelines. Cuts in, maybe stepped out, but right now he's taken down at about the 30-yard line. We'll see if he did step out.
Yeah, they're going to say he stepped out at about the 43, 42.
Yeah, looks like 43 looks about right to me.
Okay, Mazzola. If he hadn't stepped out, Mazzola stopped that touchdown because he was on his way.
Yeah, Trayvon Offley, he has that gift of looking downfield and seeing what he has and takes advantage of what he has to the fullest.
Great perception.
Great perception, yes.
So 1st and 10 for Brockton at the Astros 42-yard line. They are in Pinkerton Academy territory at this juncture. Palmaraz pitches it out to Trayvon Offley. Offley is going to pick up a short gain, maybe a yard.
Brockton just wants to continue to eat up that clock, move the sticks, put up some additional points on the board, and close this game out.
So it is 2nd down and 9 for Brockton with 3 wideouts. Palmaraz back to pass. Has Jesse Montero. That was short, incomplete. There is flagged on the opposite side of the field.
Yeah, he didn't get a good release on that ball as he passed it. You could tell right away. Ball was about 3 or 4 yards short in front of the receiver.
Yeah, he just bounced it in there. Legal procedure again against the boxers. Backed him up a little bit.
Well, that
they're
penalty
declining.
that's going to be declined. They want the loss of the down. They don't want Brockton to get to do that play over. So it will be 3rd and 9 for Brockton. I think that was a wise decision by Pinkerton.
Very wise decision.
Give up the play. You don't want to have them have another chance. And a 2nd down.
No, it's 3rd down. It's 3rd and 9. Oh, okay.
Well, 3 wideouts for Brockton. And they hand it off to Trayvon Offley. Bubbles the football, picks it up. He recoups, but that was a near disaster, and that's going to bring about 4th down. And I think Brockton is going to have to punt the football away.
Yeah, Offley doing a nice job of picking up that football as it fell to the ground.
Yeah, and one thing I'll say about Offley, he doesn't turn the ball over. You know, he's had very few fumbles this season. He protects the ball very well. That one got away from him. He was fortunate. He got a lucky bounce. It bounced right back up to where he could just pick it up and try and, turn it upfield. But
yeah, that was a nice job by the punter, keeping it away from the punt returner.
yeah, after that last punt return, they're not trying to take any chances. And DePina did a good job. Not quite the coffin corner, but he got it inside the 20.
Yep.
Close to about the 16, 17-yard line. So still a lot of time, 7 minutes, 35 seconds remaining in the game, but that's a long field.
Will Astros keep it on the ground for their first play offensively? That is going to be a gain of about 7 yards. 2nd down and 3 on its way.
Yeah, one of the problems when you're a running team and you're behind a touchdown with about 7 minutes to go in this ball game, your offensive line really has to step up and make some big holes for these running backs to make some plays.
And right up the middle goes the ball carrier. I think that's Lattimore. 1st down, Astros.
Carried by Lattimore.
And there you go. The offensive line made a nice hole for their running back, and he got a big gain on that one.
And this is where the boxes need to tighten up a little bit.
Exactly.
Like I said earlier, Brockton has been able to be run on this season, and they need to try and find a way to stop the momentum.
St. Ange looking to pass. The intended receiver, Emmett Smith, was not expecting a pass at all. He was looking downfield as the ball was coming towards him, incomplete.
Definitely miscommunication there between the receiver and the quarterback. I think the quarterback was looking for the receiver to turn around right there in the flat, and the receiver kept going upfield.
Yeah, and if Shaquan Lewis had seen that coming, he might have been able to get that interception.
So the Astros go back to running the football and do so more successfully than passing the football. That is going to be good for a 6-yard gain. 3rd and 4 on the horizon.
The Boxers cheerleaders looking very comfortable in their warm-ups.
Nice stick by the Brockton defense, not allowing the ball carrier to get particularly far past the line of scrimmage. That's going to be a 3 and out more than likely for the Astros unless they do elect to go for it on 4th and 2. And I am not noticing any substitutions for the Astros as in them bringing in the punting unit. So it does look like they might try for it from within their own territory on 4th and 2.
And why wouldn't they? I mean, there's 5 minutes, just over 5 minutes remaining in the game. They've been very effective with their running game. Take their chances, and the coach is going to who's the coach for Pinkerton? Let's see, Brian O'Reilly. He's going to try and call the correct play, or call play that he feels they'll be successful in picking up 4 yards or 2 yards. So
well, it will be a big 4th down situation for both teams. If Pinkerton Academy can pick up the first down, they stay alive. Brockton, if they can get the ball back, can attempt to kill the clock for the remaining 5 minutes and go home with a win.
Yeah, you said it right there. It's a big 4th down for both teams.
that's right. And you know,
Because when you only got 7 points separating each team, then this is definitely a big 4th down for the offense as well as Brockton's defense.
and Coach Colombo is trying to figure out which holes to fill as far as that defensive line, as far as where they need to focus, whether he thinks they're going to come up the middle or bounce to the outside, whether or not he wants to blitz.
And if you look at Pinkerton's offensive line, there are some weighty guys on that offensive line.
So 4th and 2 for the Astros. They go to the ground, and it looks like the carry's going to be taken down just shy. They may want to measure it, but I believe that he was shy.
He didn't make it. You can see it from here. I don't even need my binoculars.
Well, I
Turnover
think
on
just to be on
downs.
the safe side, they're going to bring in the chains.
He's about a yard short, if not more than a yard. About a yard and a half short. So, I mean, they're just doing this for Pinkerton's benefit, just to let them see that.
Yeah, nevertheless, you don't want any controversy if
No.
anyone says it was this or that. They want confirmation. What we all thought is accurate. Brockton's defense stops the ball carrier short of a first down on 4th down. Brockton takes over with 5:01 left to go in the game. They've got a 7-point lead, 21-14.
Yeah, that was just great gutsy playing there in the trenches.
Yeah, and
Brockton to come up big.
And I'll say on that move, Coach Colombo has said check.
And Austin Roberts comes into the game, the sophomore quarterback who we saw rush from 2 yards out for a 2-point conversion earlier on. He comes in to an actual play for the quarterback position. I formation for Brockton, wide split to each side. Roberts is going to hand the ball off. The ball carrier taken to the far side, pushed out of bounds. That's Offley.
And Offley looks like he picked up that first down.
And that's good enough for another Brockton first down.
And he's got the first downs. Chains move. You know, we talked in the opening game this year as Brockton played BC High that Paul Miraz and Austin Roberts would split duties at quarterback. Miraz has got the large majority of the snaps at quarterback, largely because he has deserved it as senior quarterback who has played as well as him. It's understandable, but Austin Roberts, just a sophomore, every time we've seen him, he's been impressive. First and 10 for Brockton. And Roberts keeps the football with a quarterback keeper. That's going to be good for about 4 or 5 yards.
And Roberts will get his time. He'll get his time. He's a sophomore. He's still got his junior and his senior year. If he's able to come back next year, he's not going to not get plays this year. He's still going to get his playing time. But
well, it's rare that a sophomore gets any playing time on a varsity team at quarterback.
At quarterback position, yes, that's
and
right.
He did it last year as a freshman. He played 2 games. He started. For 2nd down and 6 for Brockton. I formation, wide outs to the far side. Roberts, the quarterback keeper again, up the middle. I think he's going to have the first down. And the chains move again. Brockton doing a nice job moving the ball forward, keeping the clock moving.
Exactly, that's the key right there. Coach Colombo wants the clock to keep moving. Ground game, just running up the middle, pound the football right down the middle. Textbook style football here when you're trying to hold on to a touchdown and you've got less than 5 or 6 minutes left in the game. Right now, under 4 minutes.
So a jubilant feeling in the crowd right now.
And in the press box, too.
Ball here for Brockton, taken down in the backfield. See, I've never seen either of these two things happen simultaneously. You had one man who is obviously ailing to some degree with his mobility as he has crutches. He was dancing with his crutches in the air while in the stands. And Brian up here dancing in the press box.
That's right. That's right. That's what I do. I dance.
So a feel-good atmosphere in the bleachers of Marciano Stadium. Just over 3 minutes to go. Brockton continuing to march down the field up by 7. This is 2nd and 12 for the Boxers. There was a loss on the last play. Austin Roberts is going to be taken down in the backfield. Good job by the Pinkerton Academy's Astros defense.
Yeah, that was a blitz call by the left linebacker.
And we actually have some Pinkerton faithful up here in videotaping the game from this side of the field.
And you know, I will say, good for the fans of Pinkerton Academy for making the 90-minute drive for this game and supporting their team.
That's right. Well, they're in uniform. Actually, a couple of them. One of them is in uniform, and they're videotaping the game, probably for scouting purposes as well as training purposes.
Well, it is going to be 3rd and 21 for Brockton. 2:46 left to go in the game. See if Austin Roberts elects to air it out, as Brockton wants to keep this drive alive and keep the momentum in their favor. 3 wide receivers, I formation for the Boxers. Roberts back to pass, but he hands it off to Trayvon Offley. He'll be taken down at around the line of scrimmage. It will be 4th and very long for Brockton.
Now, this is a big 4th down situation. What do you do with 2:39 left on the clock?
We punt.
Well, they're well into Astros territory.
Exactly.
That would be a short little punt.
About at the 31-yard line of the Astros.
I'd back them up. I'd put them inside the 10.
Yeah, but what if it rolls into the end zone?
I tell you what, I bet Coach Colombo keeps the ball and tries to go forward, run a little bit more time off this clock.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you, Miles. If you keep it on the ground, the worst that can happen is you don't get the first down, and Pinkerton Academy will have the ball in their own territory anyways.
Exactly.
Well, they'll have to stop the clock at the turnover on downs anyway, so.
Well, there'll be 2 wide out to the far side, I formation. Austin Roberts is still the quarterback for Brockton. Austin Roberts with the keeper pitches it out to Offley. He'll be taken down. No. He comes back around to the other side. He's got some room to run. Ooh. Well, he's not going to get a first down, but like I said, they're going to allow Pinkerton Academy to take over from within their own territory at about just a little more over the 20-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brian Massey laid out that Pinkerton defender, and it got the crowd. The oohs and the ahs came out of that one.
Got me oohing up to oohing and ahhing up here as well. Brian Massey laid him out.
He sure did. Great block.
That was one of those. Let me see. What was it that the James Brown and those guys used to say? That looked like that hurt or something. I don't know. I think it was a word they used.
But a nice play, though.
Yeah, it was a good play.
Well, first and 10 for the Astros, 2:25 to go. They trail by 7. They begin at their own 23-yard line. We'll see how Brockton's defense stands up. Astros go to the ground, and that's Mazzola. He's got the first down going right up the middle. First play of this offensive series for Pinkerton. That's not a bad way to start if you're an Astros fan.
Yeah, and
Louis Jean
got up hurting on that tackle.
Yeah, he's hurt on that one.
Well, still plenty of time left to go in this game. If Pinkerton can drive it down the field with their running game, get into the end zone, you know they're going to go for 2. They're not going to try for an extra point. They have not yet, and there's probably no need to at this point. They're going to sink or swim if they score with a 2-point conversion. To the ground again, it's Mazzola up the middle. First down again. Still on his feet. He's taken down at about the 46-yard line in Boxers territory.
And do they have enough time? They still have 2 timeouts remaining.
Now, interesting play calling by the coach for Pinkerton. They're giving it to number 25, Mazzola, who you really haven't heard too much up until this point.
Well, Mazzola with two consecutive first down plays.
They keep having that player in motion. One of these times they're going to hand it off to that player in motion and trying to get him right here. Watch. One of these times they're going to.
Oh, that is Mazzola again on the carry. Pushed back into his own territory. That's probably going to be a 10-yard loss.
Zachary did a great job on that.
Yeah, that was great pursuit by Zachary.
It's going to be a 9-yard loss. So it's going to be 2nd and 19 now for the Astros. 1 minute, 30 seconds left to go. Clock is stopped.
Boxers just need to keep on doing what they're doing. They'll give up that little stuff, 6, 7 yards here and a little first down here or there, but not enough to really get all the way downfield.
So it'll be 2nd and long for the Astros. 19 yards out from a first down. St. Ange in some trouble, taken down for the sack.
Good job by Zachary Athica again.
Yeah, good coverage by the defensive backs.
Apotheker really doing a great job turning up the defense late in the game.
So St. Ange keeps it on the ground, hands it off, well shy of the first down, almost back to the original line of scrimmage as the ball carrier Emmett Smith.
Ball carried by Smith.
And it's going to be 4th and 11. Timeout called by Pinkerton Academy with 47 seconds left to go in the game.
And that was their last timeout.
Yeah, the game really does come down to this play. If Pinkerton Academy can't convert a first down, they'll stay alive and at least have the opportunity to try to tie this thing up and win the game. If they fail to convert, Brockton will get the ball back and should be able to take a knee and call it a day.
Yeah, the bread and butter of Pinkerton's offense has been the running game. Unfortunately, the running game is going to hurt them here with 47 seconds left at 4th and 11. They really need to step up their passing game, but unfortunately, they just really haven't gotten together this evening with their passing game.
No, not at all. They've had very limited pass plays altogether. And a few that they've had, they haven't been very successful at it, like you said.
See, and Brockton's defensive line knows that. They felt it all game that they can get to this quarterback. So they know with 4th and 11, they know it's a passing situation more than anything. So, and if it is a pass, that Brockton defensive line is going to come at them really hard.
So 4th and 11 for the Astros. St. Ange back to pass. And completes the pass. First down, Astros. They take it down to the 20-yard line. That's the passing game of the Astros coming to effect when it's most needed. Out of bounds, 37 seconds left to go. And Pinkerton Academy, I would say now, is threatening.
Yes, they are threatening. And it was almost an interception there, but it was just out of his reach.
That was a gutsy play by the quarterback because he had a Brockton defender right in his face getting ready to sack him, and somehow he got that pass off.
Yeah,
Great
good
play
job by
the
St. Ange under pressure. Couldn't even tell from the far side of the field who got that reception.
And unfortunately, our replay is down,
Now,
being prepared.
one good thing for Brockton, Pinkerton has no timeouts left.
That's right.
With 37 seconds left on the clock, they have no timeouts.
And they're going to probably stay to the ground. They may try and go to the air now that they made that completion.
Well, the jubilant atmosphere I spoke of minutes ago is now a bit more tense, but fans in attendance keeping hope alive that Brockton can hold off this Astros offense. There's an official's timeout on the field as it looks like there's some issue with the first down marker on the opposite side of the field. 37 seconds left to go in the game. Brockton leads by 7, 21-14. However, the Astros have the football in Brockton territory at the 22-yard line. They have no timeouts.
No.
I'll tell you, when Pinkerton made that pass reception, I think everybody held their breath once they saw the receiver head upfield.
Yes. Just concerned that he might break a tackle because he only had one defender in front of him.
And I'm not sure who that defender was, but he made a great game-saving touchdown tackle.
Some 10 for the Astros on the 22.
St. Ange back to pass, looking to once again to go to the air, incomplete.
Pass is incomplete.
And you know what? I think Coach Colombo will say, go ahead. I'll give you that. You keep on trying to do it in the air. You haven't been doing it in the air all game long, and I'll trust my defensive backs to make the play. Just because you got away with a big first down completion, don't get happy.
Well, they got to watch out.
That's a great point.
They got to watch out for the ground attack. Guys like Mike Mazzola have had success on this drive, which has been going on for a significant amount of time now for the Astros. St. Ange once again looking to pass, rolling to the near side. He's under a little bit of pressure. And intercepted by Brockton. That is number 3, Ralph Cherry on the interception for Brockton. And that will do it. Ralph Cherry with what will probably be the play of the game.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm sure Coach Colombo was like, we'll take that. We'll give you that all day long. You have not been successful in the air, and you're going to try and, there's a flag on the field.
And I think there's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct, maybe, on Brockton.
Well, hopefully it's after the play.
Yeah, definitely after the play.
Don't want that in any situations, because that's just going to back you up.
Yeah,
personal foul on Brockton.
And that's kind of real for number 32, one of the captains there.
Flores,
to make that, error there, that mental error there.
Yeah,
Just thank God it was after the play.
Yeah. No need for all that. I mean, it's 20 seconds remaining in the game. All they're going to do is to kneel down, and that's it. So it's not like they have to run any plays.
Well, Brockton is just going to take a knee. Call it a day. Brockton with a hard-earned win over the Pinkerton Academy Astros, 21-14, your final score. Brian, final thoughts?
Brockton played well today, played very well, offensively and defensively for the most part. They still giving up too many yards, I feel, on the ground game, but they're doing a great job altogether, all around.
Yeah, again, a very hard-earned win by Brockton. Great effort by Pinkerton to stay in this football game, and again, just a great second half of coaching by Brockton's coaching staff.
2 touchdowns today for Brockton starting quarterback Paul Miraz, 1 passing, 1 rushing. In the first quarter, had a 48-yard touchdown pass to Albert Louis Jean. In the second quarter, he had himself a 2-yard touchdown run. We also saw a 5-yard touchdown run courtesy of Trayvon Offley in the third period. A 2-point rushing conversion for backup quarterback Austin Roberts, and an extra point for Lucas DePina. All in all, a team effort and a hard-earned win for the Brockton Boxers as they withstand the pressure of the Pinkerton Academy Astros threatening to score in the fourth quarter. and Brockton wins by a score of 21-14. For everyone here at Brockton Community Access, my colleagues Miles Jackson and Brian Madden, I'm Peter Zimbor. Boxers win 21-14. We'll see you next time. Good night.